What's up, friends and fiends, and welcome back to Sunday Night NES, which is actually Sunday Night Super NES tonight, because we are playing Super Castlevania IV for the Super Nintendo. It's been a pretty good week. How has everyone been doing? It has been a little bit cooler here. We are like 10 degrees cooler than what it was last week, and that means we are still ridiculously hot here in Southeast Alabama, but fall is in sight. I will not say that it feels like fall yet, but fall is in sight, and I hope that it will continue to cool off over the next week or two. Hi to Trial Fan and Lydia, who are in the chat. Lydia says, I want money. Don't we all? Dancer, hello, hello. I actually saw a couple of y'all in Rich's live stream earlier today. Rich, the first time DM, was live streaming a painting video where he was painting some miniatures, and it looks really, really cool. He had an interruption with a bear that was getting into his bird feeders, and he posted some photos of that in our in the Wobble Rocket Discord. So if you want to check that out, make sure that you take a look at the Discord. The plushie collection, the Super Mario plushie collection, is growing. My parents actually found these for me at a yard sale or a thrift store. I'm not sure which. But this is the first version of Luigi from the very first game. This is the coloring he had in that game, which is a little bit different than the coloring that he has in later games, where he has the blue and the green hat. This is what he had in the original game. He had the light blue coveralls and the white hat. And then we have the coveted blue shell from Mario Kart. And if you've ever played Mario Kart, you know that this thing is something to be feared. So, Lydia says, I don't have Discord. I am suing. You can't sue. I don't have any money for you to sue me about. Because I am the Poe, as we say around here. How has everyone's week been? Get started as Simon Belmont. We will head into the castle. We played, last week, we played the original Castlevania on the NES, and that was a lot of fun. But playing it made me want to play this one, so I was like, you know what, we're gonna do this one this week. And even though it is not a regular Nintendo game, we used to call it the regular Nintendo, it is still within the Nintendo family. I really like in this one that it allows you to attack in multiple directions. So you can attack like above your head and stuff like that. Trial Fans, this week was good. Weekend has been okay. How's Freya and Pixel? They're doing pretty well. Pixel is, at the moment, sequestered to the living room because she was a little nuts already before I started streaming, so she probably will not make an appearance tonight. If you guys were watching my last stream, she was a little bit of a terror. She actually knocked my coffee cup over, and I had to clean up a big spill in the middle of the stream and all sorts of stuff. So she is content at the moment. She found some jingly balls that I had gotten for Freya a long time ago. But they have been, I guess, lost under the living room, one of the dressers in the living room, and she discovered them, and so she has been having the time of her life attacking them and throwing them across the house. She can actually hold on to them in her mouth, and so she'll run around. She'll grab it in her mouth and she'll start running, and then she'll let go of it, and because it's built up momentum, it'll go flying. And then she can go and chase it, so she's having a great time. Freya, meanwhile, is just sitting on a cat bed that I've got set up above everything, and she is just watching. Lydia, how's school going? Hi, D. How's it going? I caught one of D's streams earlier this week. D, what were you playing? You were playing Black Myth Wukong? I think that's the one you were doing. I remember you were fighting like a giant boar kind of boss. Oh, Hollow Knight is fun. I like that one. I have not played Hollow Knight in a while. I really love that one though. That's a good one. It's not one that I would ever really like want to play again all the way through, just because it's kind of daunting to get through it. Hollow Knight, kind of, I guess, plays a little bit like a Castlevania game. It's side-scroller, for those that don't know. It's a side-scroller. You play as... I don't know what you would call him. You're in this world that is, like, all underground, and it's full of... All the characters are, like, insects, and you live in, like, this fungal undergrowth. But you play as a knight who has a sword and roams around to it. It's got a lot of really cool... the atmosphere is very cool. Lydia says, school is okay, but where in Rich's stream earlier than you got in would have saw all my complaints about my art teacher. Well, I'm sorry, I was taking a nap. So I missed the first hour or so of Rich's stream. What's wrong with your art teacher? Ah! Medusa heads are just terrible. Always terrible. D says I like Wukong more, but Hollow Knight is good. Yeah, Wukong seems more like the type of games that I see you play often. Did I just hear something about that they announced a sequel to Black Myth Wukong? I'm excited for Silksong. Silksong is the long-awaited sequel for Hollow Knight. And it has been, we've been waiting on it for a long, long time. And they finally announced it's coming out in, I think 2026. Whoa! Oh yeah, I forgot this guy has a second phase. All right, first boss is done. Things grab your leg and hold on to you. Lee says, bro out here complaining about my beautiful square I drew, saying that the sides aren't the same length, and then said, I have an eye for this, sweetie. I had an art teacher in high school who was about as southern as you can get, and was the two things that he really liked drawings and paintings of were fish and rusty pickup trucks. And of course, me and my friends are a whole bunch of nerds. And so for one of my art projects, I wanted to use the cover art from like a Japanese role-playing game, which was drawn in like an anime style. And one of my friends wanted to paint Warhammer miniatures. So we had a tough time convincing him that what we were doing was legitimately art. But to his credit, like, he came around. He actually got really into the miniatures. Like, he liked those a lot. He wasn't quite so interested in my my anime style drawings, but he was a pretty cool teacher, though. I liked him a lot once we got past our initial culture differences. Ball chicken. Pretty sure the Medusa is next. I think I should have not grabbed. Yeah. Yeah. She's a lot easier if you use the cross. I mean, that wasn't bad. I didn't take too much damage. It just takes a lot more hits. Because the cross can hit her multiple times. Whew. Just about jumped into those spikes. Trowfan says, what have you been doing for fun during your time off, Wobble? I have been doing a bunch of different stuff. I've spent a fair amount of time at the coffee shop. I had one day that we were supposed to play a game at the coffee shop, a Dungeons and Dragons game, but we didn't have enough players, so we just kind of sat around and talked. They have these like icebreaker cards there at the coffee shop, so that was kind of fun because you just pull those and it asks you to say something. So it was a great way to kind of get to know the people in the group a little bit better. I went to a board game night. We played Ticket to Ride, which is... I've only played Ticket to Ride on... I may have said some of this last week. I've kind of lost track of time. I've only played Ticket to Ride online. I haven't played it in person, and so this time was the first time playing it in person. And I like that one better in person than I do without it. I've also been playing a game called Void Scrappers, which it's kind of like a space shooter where you shoot enemies and you collect scrap and you use that to upgrade. It's just sort of like an arcade shooter. But it's a lot of fun because it has a lot of different like weapon types, and you unlock power-ups as you progress through the game. I think I picked it up on Steam for like $3. It's sort of, I guess, in the vein of like games like Vampire Survivors a little bit. Although it sort of reminds me a little bit of like the old Asteroids game on Atari. Although it's got a lot more of a modern look and feel to it. Other than that, I've mainly just been doing a bunch of reading. I just finished a book that I had started last week on the Kowloon walled city in Hong Kong, which was a slum in Hong Kong that started in like the 1930s or so, and they eventually tore it down. Oh crap, I forgot about those. Oof. You gotta watch out for the dropping stalagmites. Stalactites? I can never remember which one's on the bottom and which one's on the top. There's stalactite and stalagmite. And one's on the bottom and one's on the top. And I can never remember which is which. There's like some sort of way to remember it, I think. Fan says, I'm in a reading slump at the moment. Any tips on how to get out of it? Dancer says the T is on top, so stalactite is on top, and stalagmite is on the bottom. That's a cool way to remember it. Trial Fan says, I'm in a reading slump at the moment. Any tips on how to get out of it? What I do when I get into a slump where I don't want to read like a big book, like I just finished, that book was pretty long. So usually what I do after that is I try to read like something small, like I'll either do a book of like short stories, or sometimes I'll find like these, they're nonfiction, but they're like collections of blog posts that have been like edited and turned into a book. I'll read those because you can read them you don't have to read the whole thing. You can just read 1 or 2 parts and then move on to the next one. Hello to Not Sure and Heathen. Welcome in. How are you guys doing tonight? Woo! We just about dropped off the water there. Ethan says, fantastic. How are you doing, Wobble? I'm doing pretty well. It has been a pretty good week. I mentioned earlier, but temperatures are slowly starting to cool off here. And that means we're still like in the mid 80s right now, but compared to the 90s that we were in before, it feels much nicer out. I actually made it through there without dying terribly that time. Hi, Rebecca. How's it going? Where is Stonehomie at? Not Sure says, I'm doing great. I went to see my mom yesterday, and for the first time, she showed a lot of improvement. Well, that is awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Oh! Oh, crap. That's gonna be... I don't know if I can get up here. I don't think I can. Dang it. I think I screwed that one up. Missed that one. Hi, Stone Homie. How are you doing tonight? Not Sure says, does anyone know what you call a group of ostriches? A gaggle. I don't know. A marathon. A 5K? I feel like they run a lot. Oh, it's a bird. Bird, go away. Oh, the bird. Too many birds. Dancer says it's a flock. A flock? Really? That's all? That doesn't sound great. Let's see. Stonehomie says we got Wobble on the TV tonight. Awesome. I'm gonna drop real quick a couple of links in chat because tomorrow, I assume it's tomorrow, we have the launch of the Kindred and Renown Kickstarters that Stonehomie and Stonehome Games are putting together. Oh, I don't have any sub-weapons. This is gonna suck. Rebecca says, I think our stream is a bit behind. Hi, Wobble. Hello, everyone. Sometimes, if that happens, you may have to refresh. That happens sometimes on TVs. I'm not really sure why. This is gonna suck. Really wish I had a sub-weapon. Oh, there we go. That died. The bird is not being a friend. Neither is the skeleton. That didn't work. Alright, I got to try to get that axe because I really need a sub-weapon against that boss. I can do it without it, but it's a lot easier if I can get it. The downside is getting the sub-weapon is difficult because dang it. There we go. Okay, got it. Alright. Now if we can get to the boss, we should do okay. Becca says, I think we got caught up now. Thanks all. Yeah. I think... I'm not completely sure on this. Oh, dang it. I'm not completely sure on this, but I think that YouTube uses different servers for distributing the live stream to like televisions than it does for distributing it to like computers and mobile. Because I have noticed that before, that if I'm streaming something on my TV, it will sometimes be a little bit behind and then it sort of syncs up. So I don't really know what's up with that, but I think it's got to be something to do with the way they distribute stuff. Not sure. You said you went to see your mom. Did you have to travel for that, or does she live nearby? Not sure says she's in a nursing home nearby right now. She had a stroke 3 months ago. Yeah, I remember. I remember when you said that happened. I didn't realize know if she was close or if that she was far away. Oh, okay. She was an hour away, but now she's 10 minutes away. Okay. At least that's pretty convenient. I'm glad that she's improving. Stone Homie says, how's your week been? It's been pretty good, all things considered. Ooh, that was close. I had my first session of counseling again this week. That was on Tuesday. Which this one was mainly just kind of catching up with, I'm seeing the same counselor that I've seen before. So mostly it was just catching up and, you know, doing paperwork, stuff like that, but... This feels like it's been a really long week. Like, I know that I just streamed last Sunday, but it feels like it's been a really, really long time since then. For those of you who keep up with the blog, I do have a blog post coming out tomorrow. I am hosting the September RPG Blog Carnival, which is it's a monthly event where somebody hosts and picks a topic, and then a bunch of other bloggers write about it, and then everything gets linked up at the end. So the topic that I picked was Magic Rocks. So it'll be for people who have an RPG blog to write about magic crystals or magic orbs or rune stones or any kind of weird rock kind of thing for that. So if you have an RPG blog, or if you have a Ko-fi or Patreon or anything like that and you'd like to participate, look for that blog post on the Wobble Rocket blog tomorrow. And then we will also be including, at the end of that, there's the edge of the yeah, I just ran right off of that one. We'll also be including some news about some upcoming, well, not really upcoming anymore, but some Kickstarters that are launching from various people in the Wobble Rocket community. Of course, we have the Renown and Kindred Kickstarters from Stonehome Games. Lou2D Games has a Kickstarter for Number Station. I'm not exactly sure when he's launching, but Victor, who did the Heart of Darkness campaign setting, has a adventure, has a Kickstarter starting for that, and we have a couple other ones as well. So there'll be some news about those things in that blog post as well. Not sure says mom's left arm won't work right again, but she can carry on conversations and doesn't get confused as much. That's good. Stonehomie says Victor says they're launching next month. Does Victor have a pre-launch page up yet? I'm a little out of the loop on their stuff. Oh, that's not good. Definitely not good. Should have waited on all those. So yeah, we'll include a link to the pre-launch page for that one as well. And Runic Games has something as well that I know that the Welsh DM has pushed a little bit. So I'll have to look that one up. Lots of interesting things coming out. So if you are in the tabletop role-playing game world, lots of interesting projects getting in the works right now. Hi, Drew Makes. How's it going? Speaking of Welsh DM, I am actually gonna be running one of his adventures at my local coffee shop for my local tabletop game group this week. And I'm really excited for that because it'll be the first time that I have run a game in a couple of years. Well, let me paraphrase. It's been the first time that I've run 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons in a couple of years. I have run Pathfinder quite a bit because I have some online friends that I do that one with, but I have not run actual D&D in a while. So we'll see if I can remember all the rules and stuff. Oh, dang it. It actually will be the first time that I've run an in-person game at all in a couple of years, because everything that I've done since then has been online games, which, you know, online games are fun, but they don't quite hit the same feel as online games. Stonehomie said, did you read my write-up of last night's 5e game? I did. That was a lot of fun. When I first started the Wobble Rocket blog, I actually had a couple of people who were writing session reports on Blue Sky about their games, and I really kind of hoped that it would catch on, but it was something that just didn't get as much attention as I hoped it would. Alright, there we go. No, dang it. No. Drew says, I just got home from pizza and playing Secret Hitler with friends. What is Secret Hitler? don't think I've ever heard of that one. Stone Homie says it's like a social deduction game like Werewolf or Mafia, right? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. It sounded like it was something like that. Alright, let's try this again. And try not to die this time. Dang it! Lydia, you are not being ignored. I've told you about that before. Just because I miss one of your messages doesn't mean that you're being ignored. I'm gonna need you to chill out, okay? Stone Homie says, I'm gonna start bullying you for real so you know the difference. Yeah. Stone Homie will give you a wedgie and shove you in a locker. Lydia says, I texted it like 200 times. What did you message? What? This week went by so fast for y'all because y'all don't have school, unlike me, because this week felt like it took 200 years just for it to be over. Friday Witch says he's ignored every message I've sent in here. To be fair, this is my first message in here, so I'm only technically being truthful. I just made a liar out of you, Friday Witch, because I didn't ignore that message. Ooh. Stone Homie says, are you familiar with the swirly? Friday Witch says, oh, so you're calling me a liar now. Well then, I'll have you know. Do you know who I am? I don't know who you are. Like you said, this is your first time in my stream. Friday Witch says, oh, I'm some random nerd on the internet. Well, those are my favorite kind of people. I like random nerds on the internet. I collect them. Friday Witch says, I'm a huge F-Zero fangirl and I make F-Zero ROM hacks and I lurk in retro game channels. Well, that's cool. I don't know anything about the ROM hacking community on F-Zero. Is that, I guess, primarily about making, like, new tracks and stuff? Or new cars? Trial Fan says, Lydia, we've all done our time in school. Years and years. Yes. Stone Homie says, clearly we're going to need to have a Smash Brothers tournament to settle all these beefs. Not Sure says, I have an arsenal of dad jokes and I'm not afraid to use them. Friday says, most of them are just new track sets. That's cool. Unfortunately, I really, really love the original Super NES F-Zero. It is one of my favorite games. However, I have photosensitive epilepsy, and the Mode 0 in that game, not Mode 0, what is it, Mode 9? Really screws with my epilepsy, and it is unfortunately not one that I can play anymore. I am able to play some of the older, or some of the newer F-Zero games for some of the newer systems. They aren't quite so flickery. So for those who are new, the Connor chat message is a reference to when I did my birthday stream and I ordered pizza, and we were tracking Connor, the delivery guy, on my on the app, and he took the strangest, weirdest dimension to get to my house. Like, I don't know where the dude went, but it took him forever, and the pizza was good once it got there, but Connor went on an adventure, and so we have immortalized him in the YouTube channel. Not Sure says, so no Star Wars games either. Yeah, I can sort of kind of tolerate it because those sections are pretty brief. But depending on the day, what's the word? The sections where you're like on the speeder and stuff like that can be a little bit difficult. It just sort of depends on how I'm doing that day. But with F-Zero, the entire game is that way, so it's, you know, I can't really do it for long at all. Stone Homie says, Double Dragon and Battletoads. It's like I don't even want to play games this week. Lydia found a copy of Ninja Gaiden at the game store. We played that not too long ago, too. Lydia says, Stone Homie, I'm going to steal your lunch money and make you trip in the halls, making you drop all of your books. Lydia's from a whole different era of bullying. They don't do that stuff like in school all that much. They take it to social media, and I don't know, they'll make like a weird fake social media page about you. At least for the most part, when I got bullied, I could get on the bus and go home and it would stop. No, dang it. One day someone is going to use that the Connor hashtag or the chat command, and it's going to roll 0, and that's going to be a wonderful day. I think I've got it set to where it does a random number between 0 and 9,999. Not sure says, I was bullied relentlessly in high school, so much so that I had to take up martial arts. I was also never afraid to talk back, so I got my butt kicked a couple of times. Man, when somebody had you in their sights, that was always rough. I will say that once I got to high school, the bullying actually got easier, like less. Middle school is where it was the worst. Middle school kids are brutal. I also had more of an established friend group when I was in high school, so that probably helped some. No! Woo, that was close. Not sure said it stopped when they figured out they might get hit back. Yeah, that'll do it. Stone Homie said I had older brothers, so no shortage of beatings, but no bullies because I had brothers. Yeah, that's fair. My brother is he's 9 years older than I am, so by the time that I was getting bullied, he was long since graduated, so there wasn't much help in that direction. Oh, no! Whew. The lag on this boss is always a pain. Ah, dang it. I always fall right there. Not Sure says, the soundtrack is very low-key for such a frustrating game. Yeah, but I kind of like it. It's a very different take than what you see in a lot of the other Castlevania games, but I do enjoy it. That didn't work. Oh, look at that. 58 miles away. Lydia got close on that one. That might be the closest that we have ever seen from Connor. I don't think we've seen anything lower than 58 before. Lydia says, Connor, you had one job. Oh, dang it. I feel like I didn't have as much trouble with this section last time I played this. Not Sure says, I work with a guy named Connor. He might be the laziest person alive. I think it's got a, I think there's a timer on it. Like, it won't activate after a certain period. I think it's like every 60 seconds per user. So if you used it in the last minute, it won't let you use it again. If commands like that get too distracting for chat, I can always, I can tweak the timing on the commands so that they only activate like every 5 minutes or something. Just let me know. Trial Fan said, Wobble, did you order an exotic pizza? The one that I did on the birthday thing wasn't too exotic. I think it had, I don't actually remember what I got. It was a couple of things that people suggested, but it was mostly pretty basic. Now I want pizza, though. Rebecca says Castlevania is always a fun time watching someone else play it. I'm not so good playing, but I like to watch. I really love the Castlevania series. It's one of my favorites. Not sure says if you get a Hawaiian, are maraschino cherries required? I don't think I've ever had cherries on a pizza before. Although I will be honest, I don't mind pineapple on pizza if it's paired with like ham or something like that. Child fan says, chat, yes or no, pineapple on pizza. There we go. That's a good one. If I can type. It looks like this crowd really likes pineapple on pizza. 83%. I think it really depends on the toppings that you have with it, though. Because I think it just really depends. There are some where the pineapple would kind of overpower everything else. Dang it. Heathen says there are 7 blasphemers in chat. Friday Witch says, my opinion is any pizza topping is acceptable if it's on your pizza and you like it. If you want gushers on your pizza, then gushers are acceptable. There you go. Lydia says, skelly snakes. I like the skelly snakes. The skelly snakes are always one of my favorite enemies in Castlevania. Not, you know, when they're eating my face, but they're cool to look at. Oh no. I let go. I let go too soon. No. Oh. Heathen says, I make Gushers burritos. I put them in fruit roll-ups. I'm sorry, dude. That does not sound good at all. I'm not a fan of fruity candy anyway. Like, if I want candy, I want something with chocolate. I'm like, Gushers in a fruit roll-up. It just makes me understand why you're called Heathen. Oh, the bird. The bird agrees with you. The bird says Gushers are awesome. Not Sure says, I would do that if there were vanilla ice cream in that fruit roll-up. What? Oh, God, no. That sounds horrible. That's it. I'm blocking all of you. Not Sure says, you never had vanilla ice cream filled fruit roll-ups. I never have, and I don't want to. Thank you very much. I am quite content without one. The birds! Oh gosh. You can't swing the whip around whenever you are whenever you're on the stairwells, which really sucks. I'm gonna take a quick break. I will be right back. I'm gonna grab some coffee and check on the cats and see what terrible things they are doing to my house. I will be back in just a minute. There is a break question, which is, what is your favorite vampire movie? We are back. And here is Pixel. Yep. Already trying to get my pop filter. No, don't go for the pop filter. All right, let's close out our poll. Looks like 80% of people like pineapple. Let's see. What is everyone's favorite vampire movie? We have the Gary Oldman Dracula. Absolutely. One of my favorites. Drew Make says Twilight. Trial Fan says, oh man, that's a hard break question. Lydia says, I don't care a vampire movie, but the vampire has to be hot. Not sure says, I've gotten dark chocolate covered pomegranates that are de-seeded. Okay. And she has the pop filter. Can I have it back, please? Can I have it back, please? Hello? Yes, can I have it back, please? Stone Homie says, From Dusk Till Dawn. I don't think I've seen that one. Put the pop filter back on. There we go. Stone Homie says Sinners wasn't bad either. I've heard really good things about Sinners. I have not seen it, though. Stop biting me. You are vicious. You are vicious. Why are you so vicious? Did anybody see the new Nosferatu movie that came out a while back? Was it any good? I heard it kind of tanked, so probably not, but I don't know. Look at this. You see this thing? You see how vicious she is being trying to eat me? Stop trying to bite me. Stop. So Pixel is going to get put back out of the room because you see what's happening, and what's going to happen again is she's going to end up knocking my coffee cup over if I let her down, because she'll try to get onto my desk and into everything, and she'll knock my coffee cup over. Stop. Stop. Yeah. Okay. I gotta finish the game. I gotta finish the game. Okay. We are back. What do I need to do here? Nope. Wait, it's already open. Crap. I hit the wrong button. There we go. All right. Lydia says, I don't see anything but a cute kitty. She is innocent. Innocent, huh? You can't really see it because of the light, but I can show you all of the many, many wounds all over my body because of that thing. She is a ball of teeth and claws right now. Oh, dang it. Screwed that one up. Heathen says, I was going to see that, but I heard it was not good. Trial Fan says, yeah, I saw it. Not a fan of Lily Rose Depp being amorous. Not Sure says, I still haven't watched the last season of Attack on Titan. I haven't watched that one either. I haven't actually watched any movies this week. I might find something to watch after I'm done with stream tonight. I saw a clip from Did you guys ever see the Chernobyl miniseries that came out a while back? I've got it on Amazon Prime. I actually bought it because I got it for like a stupid cheap price. And I was thinking about it the other day, and so I might end up watching that again. Stonehomie said I was getting cookies. What kind of cookies were you getting? Trial Fan says, new vampire thing called Sinners on Netflix. Pretty good, it's different. Trial Fan says, belated Mew. Yeah, there's a thing there, and I should have used it, and I didn't use it, and that was a problem. Stonehomie says chocolate chunk. Fireball there. Mega Man 4. Trial Fan said, if someone would get this cat off my lap, I'd get a chocolate muffin. She's purring, so I hate to be mean. That's always the worst. Mine have a habit of sitting down, like, right as I take the last sip of a cup of coffee, and I want to get more. Skelly snake. Lydia says, I would make chocolate chip cookies, but Dad is being a huge grump. Well, I never met a grump that chocolate chip cookies could not fix, so I don't know about that. It's hard to be grumpy when you got chocolate chip cookies. No! Oh, dang it. Ethan says those floating eyeballs hit hard. Yeah. There's a lot of enemies in this game that do a surprising amount of damage, like outside of what they should do. Pixel is meowing at the door right now. Like, I'm sorry, let me back in so I can gnaw your fingers off. Fan says, isn't tomorrow September? It is. Tomorrow is September 1st. Alright. Let's do this. We're gonna make it work this time. Or not. Oh. Tell you what, we are going to swap over. What are we gonna play? Let's play something else. Let's play. Let's do Super Mario World. Heathen says, I hate summer. This weather sucks. I agree with you. I am not a fan of summer. What's that one? I never get those right. Yoshi! Oh, this is bad. No! I lost my, I lost the, feather. I was never great at this game. Proof and point. Da 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 da. Stone Homie says a good strategy against the dragon is not getting hit by it. That's a wonderful strategy, Stone Homie. Very effective. Rebecca says, summer's my least favorite season. Thanks for all the vegetables. Can it be fall now, please? Yes. Sure. It's the ghost house. Daboos. Oh no. That didn't work. I don't understand. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do here. That doesn't work. Oh, wait. Lydia says, bye guys, gonna watch a movie with Dad. Have a fun time. And enjoy the movie. That didn't work. I could tell I was gonna die there. Fan says I come back and we're on Mario. Yeah, I kept dying in the same spot in Castlevania, so I was like, you know what, let's do something else. Oh, no! Oh. First I wasn't gonna make it, and then I sped up, and then I went too far. That didn't work. That went well. Dang it. Game over. At least it puts us right here. There we go. Do 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 ba do ba do boo. It's hard not to sing along with Mario. Donut Plains 4. Oh, I fell over. Dun 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 dun. I forgot that they can kick their shells back. Oh, I forgot about that. We're not doing so well this time, guys. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna call it. I still need to get some dinner, so it has been fun hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on Sunday Night Super NES as we played Castlevania IV and Super NES Mario. We will, like I said, tomorrow on the blog there will be a blog post, so look out for that. That's going to be my post hosting the September RPG Blog Carnival, and then talking about a bunch of Kickstarters that are being launched through the Wobble Rocket community from various people that are in that Discord. So if you have not joined the Discord and you would like to, here's a link to it in chat. I'm not sure what's going to happen with YouTube this week. I may do a stream maybe Wednesday. I haven't really decided yet. So just keep tabs on Discord and Blue Sky. That's where I will announce if I'm going to do a stream on this. Otherwise, I will see you guys next Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern. So have a wonderful week. And I think I'm going to go get some pizza because we talked about pizza a lot tonight and I'm hungry now. So I've got a pizza in the freezer.